Mabuza mshengu shabalala lophako tfonga lamavuso wena lowagadla bethu umuntu ungekwakhhe wathemba kusebenzisa ingane. Wena wendobi lekhulu layadala emakhosi tindlebe takho tikhanya lilanga ngikwati sephela Mabuza tindlebe takho tiva konke. Sitfaba sakho sahlala silithuli isifihle lokubumbekile nalokubusisekile ngithi kuvundle emakhosana nemakhosi. Ngisho wena Phonfo Lutse engomeni ohelo ofunako makathathe isitswebhu sakhe akulandzele. Lesikwatiko sithi Mabuza mshengu shabalala lophako tfonga lamavuso wena owaqedza tingalo takasoshangane kwaZulu nakubaba eSwatini. Ngekhamba ubutabondlela kanzi mshengu nashabalala kulomhlaba bashona kuphi. Ungimabuza lo Fulula ngelifodlana ngenkani ubekile uyababa ungipelepele uthiphe. Ngisho wena sihlabanelo walwa imbe engabeni eAfrika kaMabuza kuvalwa ngemvalo kuvalwa ngetinhloko temadvodza. Bantwana nebatukuli bakhe abakhuluma elibamunya kubonina labadluliselwa nguwe tfonga lamavuso. Ngisho wena lo wakhokha siyema wafihla umkhonto ngokumbambelela wagadla bethu umuntu ungekwakhe wathemba kusebenzisa ingane. Kunyendi lengakupita ngako lingaphuma lishone liphinze libuye litongishaya ngemuva emhlabeni. Ngisho wena Mabuza longathathi nabo shabalala mshengu ugininza amavuso mhlangadla iningozi ludonga inhlabathi kanye nabakwamagudulela. Ngiphe tindlebe takho ngikubekele kahle indzaba ungathathi nabo gininza ngiyathemba tindlebe takho tiyangifa nangikhuluma konke. Ngisho wena Mabuza longateki boshabalala abantwana balutfo ngasigcina thumbu sakini ngugininza. Nobe sobone emathanga lamahle phakathi ensimini kamavuso likhuba lakho uyaligcina. Magudulela ludonga nyawo ngekulandzelana kwabo batalwa ngamavuso lotalwa ngimshengu utalwa bakashabalala tivete emampondo kushabalala timbita ngancabalala. Angithi mshengu nankosi madvodzana asitfo abasuluthuli bobabili batalwa ngigulwamba. Ngiyathemba ungiva kahle Mabuza mshengu shabalala lophako tfonga lamavuso. Phela eSwatini bekukhona indvodza lebekuthiwa ngumkhulunkosi lo watala kuwawa watala kulamba. Nkosi watala wena wangwane lo watala cebisa lotala dlamini hlubi lomuhle gwalagwaleni. Wena lo wabophelela lokumnanzi emfutini wathi mfati abotala. Ngikwesikele kwegcine phela Mabuza mshengu ushabalala tfonga lamavuso. Inhlabathi namhlanga batalwa ngimshengu lotalwa bakashabalala tivete emampondvo kushabalala timbita nganqabalala. Laphulele khona makube nekufula ngiyathemba ezulwini sitobonana futhi angithi lo mhlaba siphila kwesikhashana siyadlula. Ngisho wena Mabuza bhoze emabhozeni bafowethu bathi ngisuke emabhozeni. Ngisuka ngiyakuphi emabhozeni shiyela mina nami ngisale ngibe ibhoze emabhozeni. Ngidome the poet mfana wase DWN Dwaleni Rockville KPN ngapho kwene Mpumalanga the place of the rising sun. Nangabe ngigcwele ngesikele emsamo namanje emzansi leni intwana yase 1245. Ngidome the poet insansanele enhle ngumakhotfa nginina.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You may be seated. Program Director, Comrade Fola Sibui, my sister, sis patients, the children, the entire Mabuza and Mnisi families, Comrade Mandla Ndlovu, Provincial Chairperson of the ANC and Premier of Mpumalanga, and the entire Provincial Executive Committee of the ANC in Mpumalanga. Members of the National Executive Committee of the ANC here present, leaders of the Alliance, South African Communist Party, COSATU, SANCO, and other MDM structures, leaders of the Veterans League here present, leaders of the ANC Women's League, who are with us today, all leaders of our structures from national, provincial, and branch structures, all members of the mighty African National Congress, our pastors, and all our faith leaders who are present here with us, Jose Mukwena, and all traditional leaders and community leaders who are with us here today, members of parliament, members of the provincial legislature from Mpumalanga, and members of other provincial legislatures who are here with us today, ministers, deputy ministers, MECs, MMCs, and councillors who are here present. Her Excellency Senator Thulisile Dladla, Deputy Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Eswatini, together with your delegation, ambassadors, high commissioners, and all members of the diplomatic corps, the community of Nhlanzeni and Mpumalanga as a whole, sanibonani nonke. On behalf of the African National Congress National Executive Committee, I wish to express my gratitude to the family and our government for providing us with the opportunity to pay tribute to this remarkable, disciplined, and committed South African comrade, David Mabuza. While we are here to celebrate his life, we also acknowledge that his untimely passing has left us scarred and deeply grieved. Maqabane, mphakathi wonke waseMpumalanga, siyavumelana ukuthi ukuhlangana kwethu namhlanje akukhona okujwayelekile, akukho mnandi neze. To the family and friends, nathi amaqabane lesihlala la naye sizume kangaka resembles a final fall of a mighty tree that has over the years provided us with shade, fruit, wood, herbal leaves, and a vantage point for survival for many. Like a tree that anchors the soil and protects it from erosion, Comrade Didi has, since the early stages of his life, has been hailed by his family and the community as an anchor of hope, a broker of peace, peace in broken families, and a facilitator of solutions to both individual and community challenges. This is a character he carried with him even when he joined new communities as a youth, as a student, as a teacher, local political activist, and also as a public representative. He was part of young activists to establish local youth congresses, youth congress structures that were a precursor to the South African Youth Congress and the ANC Youth League after the unbanning. He was an active member of the student movement and formed part of AZASO, the Azanian Student Organization Leadership Collective at Mgwenya College, where he was trained as a mathematics and a science teacher. As a teacher, we saw him involved not only in education struggles, he led teacher struggles and established new structures like the National Education Union of South Africa that was later amalgamated with other teachers' unions to form what we now know as the South African Democratic Teachers Union, SADTU. We are also informed that Comrade Mabuza collaborated with other maths and science activist teachers to form a collective that broke down racial and ethnic barriers by offering extra maths lessons to students in the then Kwangwane, Kazankulu, and the Leboa schools. Comrade Mabuza emphasized the importance of education as a tool for liberation and transformation. During apartheid, he aligned with the progressive organizations advocating for a non-racial, equitable education, demonstrating his commitment to education as a pillar of social justice. He was also active in the establishment of structures of the National Education Crisis Committee in the then Eastern Transvaal Lowveld region. Comrade Mabuza became the chairperson of the Lowveld sub-region of the Eastern Transvaal ANC. He was later elected as a provincial deputy chairperson and served as the longest-serving provincial chairperson of the ANC in Mpumalanga before becoming the deputy president of the ANC and the Republic of South Africa. Throughout his leadership, there has been overwhelming appreciation of his undying commitment to the struggles of the people of Mpumalanga and the people of South Africa as a whole. At the same time, like any other leader, we also had some other voices of dissent and dissatisfaction about him. In Sizulu, there is a saying that goes, "Akunasoga elingena sikhi," meaning that there is no human being without a flaw. Human beings are not angels, and we must acknowledge their weaknesses. In this acknowledgement, however, we agree that his good deeds and character overwhelm what we might have perceived as his bad side, as others are trying to remind us. We would like to put it on record that we as the African National Congress believe he has served as an exemplary cadre of the ANC in his execution of his duties and also in serving our communities. We have seen him supporting the rural and township communities through implementing various empowerment initiatives that many speakers have attested to this afternoon. He was indeed a backbone of many communities. He was part of a generation of leaders who helped restore the people's confidence in the government after the erosion of trust during the apartheid era. His steadiness and ability to bring calm in times of uncertainty made him a key figure in the rebuilding of our nation. Many can attest that within the African National Congress, he fostered a sense of unity, recognizing that such cohesion is vital not just for the party, but for all South Africans. He was committed to fighting for unity and defeating the demon of factionalism in the movement. This is a commitment he lived up to until the end. Even in the conference that elected him chairperson of the province in a contest that had cut the conference into two irreconcilable groups, Comrade Didi had the courage to talk about a third phenomenon and bravely call for the ceasing of hostilities and focusing on building unity in the organization, a task that we must carry forward. Comrade Mabuza was dedicated to transformation, aiming to provide basic needs, health care, and quality education to all citizens, especially those in remote regions. He partnered with traditional leaders to address issues like agriculture, land tenure, social issues, education, health outcomes, and addressing social ills, ensuring a society where everyone can access these essential services. A lot has been said by Kgosi Mokoena in this regard. Compatriots, Comrade Mabuza was a man deeply committed to the principles of unity and collaboration. He understood that leadership is not a solitary pursuit, but rather a collective effort. He was a man of his word, someone who, once committed to a cause, followed through with determination, often at great personal cost. His leadership was defined not by rhetoric, but by action. And his calm demeanor allowed him to bridge divides and unite those around him in pursuit of a common goal. As we remember Comrade Mabuza today, we also reflect on his unique contribution to the unity of the ANC and that of the country. In the lead up to the 2017 ANC National Conference, Mabuza's advocacy for unity and internal party cohesion was unmatched. His message of unity resonated across the party, and it was clear that his vision was one of an ANC that worked together without division. I recall that even during one of our last conversations, we extensively discussed the importance of unity within the ANC and how to better serve our people as envisaged in the Freedom Charter. Even though Comrade Didi has departed, we must work with speed to ensure that the vision of the Freedom Charter is achieved as he would have continued to advocate for it. As a principal member of the ANC, his priority was about building an inclusive economy that creates jobs, eradicates poverty, and reduces inequality. This is a responsibility he carried throughout his political career and when he was the Deputy President of the Republic of South Africa. As the Deputy President of the Republic of South Africa, he was tasked with numerous critical responsibilities, all of which he executed with diligence and commitment. In the role as the chairperson of the presidential task team, he was dedicated to the urgent call to mend the wounds of history, ensuring that services and benefits flow to the noble community of military veterans. Through his intervention, he made sure that priority was given to members of former non-statutory forces as the main target group to access pension and other benefits. The work that he led, such as capacitation of traditional leaders to advance developments in Mpumalanga province, spoke for itself. All traditional leaders across the country used the Mpumalanga experience as a base of how development in rural communities should be spearheaded. And today, we continue to work on that model. Leaders across the political divide in South Africa also speak fondly of his successful 2019 to 2020 facilitation efforts in South Sudan, which led to the resolution of a dispute about the country's number of provinces and their boundaries. Still, he did not beat the drums in celebration and achievement worthy of dispute settlement awards. DD was no medal seeker. His legacy is not complex. It is straightforward and easily understood. Comrade Mabuza did all this without fanfare or the need for recognition. He was not one to seek spotlight. His actions spoke louder than any words could, and he gave himself selflessly, often quietly behind the scenes. This is because he believed that his work is not measured by the media coverage, but by the impact it has on the people. As we reflect on his life and reflect on the life of Comrade Mabuza, we should pledge to continue with his legacy and ensure that it becomes a success. In our different responsibilities, from the ANC to government, our objective and desire should always be about serving the people. As Comrade DD was, ANC members should be principled, meaning we should adhere to the organization's core values, policies, and ethical guidelines. We should also demonstrate honesty, loyalty, and discipline in all our conduct. Compatriots, for the ANC to remain relevant, we must focus on practical solutions to address the pressing needs of our people, issues of unemployment, poverty, and we must reconnect with our base and strengthen our internal structures. Disconnecting from our people hinders our understanding of their frustrations and their needs. We need to actively engage with various social movements and build strong relationships with communities to ensure policies resonate with the needs of the people. We have to be seen doing work on the ground and avoid locking ourselves in our offices. The through the eye of the needle clearly calls on us to build and sustain the ANC as an agent of change. It further says those in leadership position should unite and guide the movement to be at the head of the process of change. They should lead the movement in its mission to organize and inspire the masses to be their own liberators. They should lead the task of governance with diligence, and together they should reflect the continuity of a revolutionary tradition and renewal which sustain the movement in the long term. If we, fellow comrades, if we follow these principles, we will be able to protect the legacy of former Deputy President Mabuza, which is about serving the people with humility. Program directors, as I move towards conclusion, I want to say in his final years, despite battling with challenges of health, Comrade Mabuza remains steadfast in his commitment to the work at hand. He did not shy away from responsibility, and he continued to serve the country with the same diligence and sense of duty that had characterized his entire career. I inherited many of his tasks as Deputy President, and I can personally attest to the quiet yet significant work he carried out with honor and humility. President Cyril Ramaphosa in his remarks stated the following, and I quote, "The former Deputy President deserves our appreciation for his deep commitment to the liberation struggle and to the nation development as an inclusive and prosperous democratic state," close quotes. These words, program directors, capture the essence of the man we honor today. We will miss Comrade DD deeply, but his legacy lives on in the work he started, the lives he touched, and the values he instilled in those who were privileged to work alongside him. His leadership, his vision for a united South Africa, and his quiet strength serve as an example for all of us. In a nutshell, let us commit ourselves to carrying forward the principles he embodied: unity, service, integrity, and a deep commitment to the people of South Africa. Comrade David Mabuza, we thank you for your service. Your memory will live on in our hearts and in the progress we continue to make for our nation. Once more, we extend our deepest and most heartfelt condolences to his family, friends, colleagues, and the people of South Africa during this time of immense grief. May his soul rest in peace, and may his memory serve as a reminder of the enduring power of a compassionate leader in service to others. To my sisters, his patients, the children, and the entire Mabuza and Mnisi families and relatives, Agwehlanga, Lungehlanga. Let us draw solace from knowing that he served his nation with distinction. In the second book of Timothy, chapter 4, verse 7 to 8, the Apostle Paul declares, "I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. Now there is in store for me the crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, will award me on that day, and not only to me, but all who crave for his appearing." That's Apostle Paul. You, my brother, Babu Mabuza, like Apostle Paul, you have fought the good fight, you have finished the race, and you kept the faith to your nation, to your organization, and to your Lord God. Now it should be laid upon you the crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, should award to you on that day. May the spirit of Comrade DD, our leader, our comrade, continue to inspire us in our pursuit of a united, inclusive, and prosperous South Africa. Let us remember the words of Kwame Nkrumah when he rallied the whole of Africa to unite or perish. To all of you, my comrades, let us take this message to heart and always remember, we unite now or perish.